Let's jump in because we got some Tim hot fire to start off. The Raiders at the Jets. Ooh. The Jets, 7.5-point dogs at home. 47 is the over-under. Tim, the bomb squad was back with a healthy Sam Darnold. What happened?
Absolutely nothing. We scored as many points as a team with a seventh-string quarterback at home against a team in Miami that looked very out of sorts and played poorly. It was a disgrace. And you've got Gase out there, just infuriating me, saying, well, I can't describe how the play calls are going. I wouldn't want our team to be at a competitive disadvantage. You haven't won a game. What disadvantage? You could flash the play before every single play to the camera, and you couldn't end up worse. You couldn't win fewer than no games. That's what you're winning. Like, is he just trolling me now? Is that the play? Like, it's just so annoying. It's like, you must make a friend of horror. Isn't that what Colonel Kurtz says? Like, that's what it feels like to watch a Jets game. You feel like Colonel Kurtz.
Hold on. Are you getting excited, though? I got to ask, for 0-16. Because that's impressive.
I don't want it.
You want it.
But how is it not going to happen?
Admit that you want it.
No, I don't want. I do not want.
You know that bottle of champagne that you've been saving for when one of your teams wins something? You should crack it.
Dude, the Dolphins avoided it, right? They almost
the Orlovsky Lions.
Like Greg Camarillo or something scored a big touchdown
against Baltimore, I think it was.
Yeah, the Cam Cameron Dolphins.
They had the Cameron
4 years ago.
Dolphins.
The year that the Browns got the year the Browns went 0-16.
Oh yeah, the Browns did it.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, that's recent. Obviously,
but that team was scrappy.
You're right. I agree with Tim. As even a little boy, I was so happy when the Chargers were able to avoid 0-16 to have a 1-15
I don't want that.
year. You don't want it.
You can't wash
you
that
don't
off
want
the ledger,
that stink.
Right?
Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. I mean, when we were growing up, it was just this lone Buccaneers creamsicle team. Now, as we've just mentioned, there are a Lions and a Browns team.
But I do
stank. That is organizational stank. You want no part of.
I dream of a couple years from now, though, when NBC or CBS does their Super Bowl pregame show, and they're like, "This team was 0-16 and done for," and like the Phoenix, they've risen from the ashes from 0-16 to 16-0, something like I like this. At least that becomes a possible talking point line, right? If they go 0-16, I mean, but I don't want that.
You'd rather just be 1-15, and the talking point is essentially the same thing, except you close one game out.
Correct, but one is a heck of a lot more than.
I agree, Tim. I'm gonna get into it in a couple hours.
Somehow my coach is worse than yours. And
I'm gonna get into it in a couple hours time, because don't you worry, I'll be doing my impression of what I watched post game. And I've never missed one in my whole life since I've been old enough to figure it out. Win, lose, draw. I will watch the post game, and then I'll watch again the Monday scrum, because that's my job. No one pays me to do it.
Yeah, I know that, but your coach isn't trying to
make fun of
you.
He's
making fun of me. He's treating me like a sucker.
Oh, don't worry. I'm coming. But I saw some clips of yours.
Oh.
And these reporters, Pat, they're asking Gase questions about who was calling the plays. They're like, no, that guy was calling it. And they're like, no, we were like Hawkeyeing that guy. He wasn't doing anything. He was standing there alone, talking to nobody. You were the one calling the plays. And he's like, no, I wasn't. It's like, it's the weirdest, George Costanza routine of you don't believe. It's not a lie if you don't believe it. If you don't believe it, it's so freaking weird. So yeah, it's getting weird there, and they're ganging up on him. And
oh yeah, I mean, New York media, the blood is in the water and they can smell it. But that's been the case for weeks now. He needs to go. It's insulting. We come into this game, the Jets and Raiders, people don't realize it, but they're one of the longtime rivals in the NFL.
I think that they have to do this firing. The firing will come when there's Greg Williams there's only 2 games left for Greg Williams to try to get them 1 win.
I don't want him to have
but I don't want. I don't
think
be fired too. I don't think they want a month of a rejuvenated team. They want 1 win out of this season. I think ownership thinks you just get me 1, and I don't think they want to fire a coach with 5 games left to win 3 which feels
Raiders.
impossible.
We have
but-
the Raiders, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Patriots, and the Browns on our schedule.
Yeah, I guess fire.
There's
them.
no wins
Yeah,
there. The
yeah.
only team under 500 is the Patriots, and the Patriots I think are gonna win out and make the playoffs anyway. So like I don't actually see a win on our schedule. It's all dark and comfortless over here. And
Unless
the Raiders,
it's week 17 and the Patriots aren't in contention and they lay down for you to cost you Trevor
they won't
Lawrence.
though. They won't. Good, they won't. I think the Raiders bounce back big here. The Raiders should kill the Jets. Kill them. Kill. Tease them down. We're taking the Raiders all the way down to 6.5. It's a 6-point tease.
I'm
6 point tease.
I'm with Tim.
Down to 1.5 for LV.
Just bounce
take 'em
back. They're just too good. Even if Jacobs is out, they'll win.
Doesn't matter.
They'll cover.
Last week they laid an egg. You just wiped the slate clean on a game. That's one of those games where it's so bad. There's nothing to have learned from it, and you move forward.
And I should have seen it coming after they were literally being celebrated as the greatest thing because they competed. That's where we are now, Pat, with Kansas City. You compete with them.
You look at people are like, oh
my God. Except
Well, they also
there's one team that actually competes with them pretty much every time they play them.
Well, the beat them and then almost beat them, so it's probably the Raiders.